of the Governor of Oyo State in company of his Oyo counterpart. Your Excellencies, welcome. The morning we've been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen, finally is here. The arrival of the Governor of the State, Dr. Ikpeazu, and his Oyo State counterpart, Engineer Oluseyi Makinde, are being welcomed there by the PDP governorship candidate. Ladies and gentlemen, the big pictures of the right. You're welcome, Your Excellencies. Thank you. Thank you. Shall we remain standing for the national anthem?
Your Excellency, my dear brother, and our main council, the performing governor of Abia State, Dr. Okezie Ikpeazu, the deputy governor of Abia State, Right Honorable Ude Okochukwu, and let me use them as a point of contact to all the other members of Abia State Executive Council. Let me recognize also the President of Abia State Customary Court of Appeal. I represent all the royal fathers who are here, especially the chairman of Abia Traditional Council. You're duly recognized, sir. The ministers of God that are present here, you're recognized. The former National Organizing Secretary, and by God's grace, the next senator for Abia South, Abia Central. Colonel Austin Akobundu, retired. Okay, he's for Abia Central. And all other distinguished senators here, members of the National Assembly, members of the State House of Assembly, including the Speaker or his representative. Also, my entourage, Senator Agbola, Chairman of Oyo State Advisory Council, Honorable Rita Oji, former member of the House of Representatives, and my dear friend Peter Eledon, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Obingwa Mama no. Hey! Abia South Mama no. Abia State Mama no. Well, when the chairman of the Traditional Council was talking, he said I could hear him, but maybe I'm not, I did not understand what he was saying. Well, yes, a lot of it, but I do understand if you say, Bia Werego. I understand that one. Well, let me first of all thank my brother, the governor of Abia State, for inviting me to Abia State for this important occasion. I bring you greetings from the good people of Oyo State, especially from my wife, who almost she's one of you. She's from the neighboring state. She's from Rivers State. And when I was discussing with the governor, I was asking questions about, this important road. He didn't know that almost 25 years ago, I used to fly this road every week. I was living in Port Harcourt and working at Ikot-ekpene. So I leave Port Harcourt, I have 3 routes. It's either I take Port Harcourt all the way through Ogoni to Ikot-ekpene, or I come through Aba. I can get to that junction up there and turn right to Azumini, Ikot-ekpene, and then to Ikot. Or I will go straight through Ikot-ekpene to Uyo and then to Ikot. So I know what he has been able to do by this Nwaobasi bypass. What it means is anywhere road goes, anywhere infrastructure goes, what we follow, development. So I congratulate the Obingwa people, and I congratulate the Abia people, because Aba is the manufacturing nerve center for this country. And if we cannot encourage both the traders and the manufacturers in there through solid economic policies, but we can do one thing: we can provide infrastructure for them, and that will ease the way they conduct their business. And that is what my brother has done here. So I thank you. Also, I know maybe a lot of people won't want me to talk politics here, but as soon as I came in, I saw people wearing cap OB for Senate. And I said, what does that mean? They said, Okezie Ikpeazu for Senate. So that means if we don't talk politics a little bit here today, then there's no way the whole process will be done. So, first I congratulate him. He is the latest grandfather within us. Even though he's a grandfather, he is still one of the PDP children. He mentioned to us that this is a federal road. I have gone through similar things. I've applied to them in Abuja. Let us fix some federal roads, because even though the road may be designated federal, the people plying the road are local people. they are our people. The impact is on our own economy. He has fixed the federal road. And what they always say to us is that, well, if you want to fix the federal road, go ahead and fix it. We will not pay anything back to you. So he has done this to ensure that the local economy is positively impacted. And what are we saying here? We're saying that, of course, he is the deputy chairman of the PDP Governors Forum. I saw on internet yesterday, people were saying Olusei Makinde has been appointed as the chairman of PDP Governors Forum. It is a lie from the pit of hell. And even if they give it to me, I will not accept. Because there is order. If the chairman resigns, the deputy chairman will take the position. That is how you have order in the process. And that is not what we're fighting for. We're not fighting for the southern part of this country to have the chairmanship of the PDP Governors Forum. We are saying that if PDP has promised to restructure Nigeria and we cannot restructure PDP, we're not ready to restructure Nigeria. That is the fact. There has been issues that are foundational. If you go and read the proceedings of the Constitutional Conference that led to Nigeria's independence, you know that there were issues there. And if since 1960 we have not been able to get things right, yes, of course, they may say that the military interregnum, because of their unitary command structure, affected us. But we've been practicing democracy since 1999. This is 23 years. And if we're not able to take a path that can lead to sustainable development, we should try something else. And that is what we are saying. And I'm happy to be associated with my brother, Governor Ikpeazu. He is a leading light. It's very simple. We're saying the federal road here that has been neglected has been fixed by the state government. So why is it so difficult for us to give more power to the state? Let people develop at their own pace. Let Aba be our own Taiwan. I believe when we were buying things from Taiwan, people would say it's fake. But now, Taiwan, they started doing things that are genuine. So if all of us are buying things from Aba, and the infrastructure is there to get it there to all the nooks and crannies of this country, Aba's economy will develop. Abia State economy will develop. Nigeria's economy will develop. So I'm happy to be associated with the true progressive. Governor Okezie Ikpeazu is a true progressive.
Mama, inye niile, okere tuodo ya, mama ewo. tụọrọ ya mama.
Your Excellency, my dear brother and friend, Engineer Oluseyi Makinde, the performing governor of the very good people of Oyo State, the man with a lion heart, and the man, though younger in age and as governor, but inspires me a lot, the governor of Oyo State. You are welcome to Abia State. I'm joined here today by the deputy governor of Abia State, Right Honorable Oyo, and also the president of Customary Court of Appeal in Abia State, Osaa Okea Road. Let me, through him, reach other judges that are here today. We have members of Abia State Executive Council, especially the Honorable Commissioner in charge of Works, Barrister Bobogu, all special advisors and aides to the governor and deputy governor that are here, all executive chairmen of the various local governments, especially the executive chairman of Obingwa local government, Mrs. Oluseyi, all major political stakeholders, especially our candidates. Let me, through the candidate for the senatorial seat in Abia Central, our brother, our friend, and our comrade in the struggle for a better Abia and a better Nigeria, Colonel Austin Akobon, to reach all other candidates and major political stakeholders. Ndiezani, led by His Eminence, Nwaobasi, the chairman of Abia State Traditional Rulers Council, friends of Abia, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Let me inform our guest, Engineer Oluseyi Makinde, that a few years ago, it was practically impossible to move from Opopo Junction beyond this point where we are sitting today on Ikot-ekpene Road. Ehere, beyond here, we have the Ehere market. You could not access the Ehere market either from Aba or from Ikot-ekpene. It was impossible for you to fly either by trekking or by road or by any means whatsoever through this place. Despite the fact that it is a federal government road, we intervened on this road and pushed at least 2 kilometers from Opopo Junction to get to that market, so that we can ease commerce and trade in that market and improve the livelihood of those who depend on that market for sustenance. Here again, we decided to do a bypass so that you don't need to pass through the traffic jam on Opopo Junction. If you arrive at this place, you can veer off through this Nwaobasi Ring Road and even go to Umuahia and other parts of Abia State from here. So this week, what we are showcasing to the world represents our strategic thinking in terms of enabling free flow of traffic in of Aba and around our state. Because if you create a bypass, it doesn't matter how long or short it is. You have enhanced the traveling time and by extension enhanced trade and commerce. So all those that want to come into Abia State for business and you don't have anything to do within the city center of Aba, you don't need to go to Opopo Junction. All you need to do is to pass through here and you can go to Umuahia, you can go to the northern part of Abia State and other parts of Nigeria from this spot. So this road is a strategic road from two perspectives. One is that it is an important economic bypass, as well as it is also a road that will serve the teeming population that resides in this place. Incidentally, 90% of those who reside around Nwaobasi are our brothers and kinsmen from other parts of Abia State, especially Ohofia, Bende, Isukwato, and Umuahia. Reside here much more than even the indigenes of this place. So this road, for me, is a reflection of our government trying to reach those who were, as it were, forgotten. And this attempt to do road in Nwaobasi is the first attempt by any government since the creation of Old Imo State to do an asphalted road in this neighborhood. So I have a deep sense of personal fulfillment that I've been able to touch lives that were hitherto forgotten. And I want to thank God that no less a person came to do this commissioning today than you, an engineer, and somebody who has intervened in many economic programs and projects in Oyo State, trying to lift the lives of the ordinary citizens in your state. By next week, we will focus our satellite to Umuahia. We have 2 roads that are ready in Umuahia that will be commissioning by next week. And this is the story continuing to the end of this year. Let me say that the essence of politics and governance is to bring democracy dividends to the people. Government and governance will be useless and meaningless if you cannot change the narrative, if you cannot touch the lives of the ordinary citizens. And we are happy that we are part of history today, that the first asphalted road in Nwaobasi State was done by us and is being commissioned by you. And I say to God alone be all the glory. In all of this, I am encouraged to say that God has promised to enable us to complete all the projects that we have embarked upon before we exit next year. And I hold God by his promise, because he has never failed me, that we will deliver all our projects to Ndabia. And we will deliver a promise of a better Abia tomorrow, even after we have left office. Therefore, let me leave you with my theme song, because you were not here when I ran election in 2015 to become governor. I saw where I was coming from, and I knew that it wouldn't have been possible at all without the grace of God. And that is why today, tomorrow, and even in future, the song on my lips will remain Obugi Mujo Wemo
Amaraya
Mujo Wemo
Amaraya
Obugi Mujo Wemo
Amara Chukuchi Naka Kamareda Obugi ya Chomeya Amaraya Okashi Pasa Obugi Chomekire Amaraya Iyamina Kine Michigo Meki Amaraya Chiraka
Thanks for checking out SYMFONI on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.